about the crystals. I'm going to today give a little bit of an explanation on the white stones and the blue stones and how they work together, because so many people think, oh, I got to have this or that. And the truth is, no, there are always choices available to you because, as we've said 100 times before, everyone vibrates to a different frequency, and different stones might work better for you than they do for the person next to you. So it is okay. If you can't find that milky quartz, try a regular quartz. Try a scalacite. Try a selenite. They're all good stones, and one of them might be the stone you're looking for. What I'm going to do today is discuss like two colors, the whites and the blues, because these, well, actually, I should throw purples in there too. The whites, purples, and blues, or ultraviolets. What we're looking for, indigo, that's the color they're always calling it for the third eye. I'm going to be looking at the stones that work on the head area. So if you are having problems in your head, headaches, eye problems, neural pathway problems, earaches, going down into the upper throat if you want, speech problems, people who have a trouble talking publicly or who are too shy or reticent to say their truth, talk what, you know, give their opinion because they know when no one did not like them or they're afraid somebody's going to diss them or give them a hard time. I'm going to be talking about the stones that can help with all of these issues, starting with the clear, which I tend to, of course, I'm a quartz person. Ta-da! Nice, great, big, giant quartz. I got a couple of these around. I don't know. I just feel like, woo, quartz. Um, Quartz, because it is easily programmable, because it has a microcrystalline structure, which means the crystals are so tiny and all, that they readily carry electrical synapses and electrical, you know, I don't know. Charges, that's the word. I think I'm getting senile in my old age. Anyway, because quartz is a good conductor of electrical energy, quartz is easily programmable because it means that your brain is sending out its thoughts, and the energy coming from your brain is sort of electrical in nature. At least that's what I believe. I know, they do EEGs on your brain when they want to, see the levels and get all those little squiggly lines going across while they're trying to explain, oh, when they're checking your brain for different anomalies. Quartz is a good conductor of this energy. And since this is the same energy that's in your head, when you hold on to a quartz, you can put it's kind of, I know it sounds like magic, but it isn't. There is a scientific backing for this, even if I can't explain it properly because I'm really not a scientist. I just have an interest. When you use a quartz to do something and you hold it, you put your energy into it. You're putting your brain waves into it. It's like, whoa, like in a Frankenstein movie. You're electrifying that quartz and you're telling it, boom, I want you to heal my head or get rid of that wart on my nose. Ooh. Not that it's going to do that. I'm not saying that it's going to perform miracles. However, you can put your intent into this quartz. You can give it that charge it needs to help you help heal your spirit, and in healing your spirit and clearing out your chakras, that helps your body adjust and lets the energy flow in your body help the body return and stabilize to a normal state of being, a healthy state of being. That's kind of how it works. Anyway, quartz is my all-time favorite for that. But another good stone that can work on things that are related to the head chakra, Scalacite. It's a beautiful stone. Well, it's a weird stone. It's milky. It's got striations. This here is a little Scalacite wand. I liked it, but I mean, you can get them tumbled where they're just, so big. I like it because I can palm it. I kind of sleep with this thing. I go to sleep with it resting in my palm at night, or I put it under my pillow. It allows me to just sleep easy. I don't know. I don't have nightmares. Now, sometimes I will have, because it always falls out in the middle of the night, rolls under my pillow or down in the bed somewhere. I can still have dreams that upset me, but they're generally, I don't know, symbolic of something. They're like I'm trying to figure out a problem, or a problem's presented to me and I've got to work through it. So I feel like they help me on that level. Well, they're also good for like angelic communications and things, because it's supposed to be a higher vibrational crystal that helps elevate your spirit to a higher level. So when you're trying to meditate or pray, it's nice to hold on to one of these things. Another stone that's good for that is celestite, and they're blue and they're beautiful. Right now, we got a couple big ones. I'm trying to get some more moderate sized ones like this in the shop. Celestite is just, I don't know. When I hold celestite, it calms me. It brings peace to my spirit, brings peace to my soul. It's also another thing that they consider in the angelic realms and the higher level realms, and great for meditations. But because it's blue, it's good for the throat. It will go, if you have speech problems, it will help you working with this, doing cleansings in the throat chakra area will help clear them up and allow you to speak more fluently, shall we say? And that was not easy for me to say, because I used to be a stutterer. That's why I always get so tongue tied when I go off on my little things. I didn't stutter horribly. I didn't have a bad one as a child, but I did have one. And especially if I got excited, I'd be, I could never get the words out. My father stuttered too. I think that's where I got it from. But I really don't too much anymore. I just get flummoxed. Anyhow, if I hold on to this, I'm not as flummoxed, and it helps. I know it's easier if you can get the little crystals. I'm trying to get some of them in. They don't really polish them up that much because of the nature of the crystal, but just get a little piece if you need to and hold on to it. See if it doesn't help calm your spirit, soothe your soul. And that can work both ways, not just for stuttering and speech impediments. It can also work healthy, lay it near your throat if you have a sore throat or a cold or something. It'll help clear the throat chakra. It's also just a nice stone to have in your room and in your bedroom at night too, because I have one of these next to my bed. I do a lot of things. It's soothing, and it helps just set a nice calming atmosphere to fall to sleep to. Also to help with pleasant dreams rather than, nightmares. And it's also good. I think it's slightly protective in nature because of its connection, this one and this one, with like the angelic realms and the higher level realms that tend to draw in higher level spirits that would help protect you in turn. Here's another. Well, this is a half of a seer quartz. I take all the broken stones home, because just because they're broke doesn't mean they don't work. They just don't look good, and people don't like to buy things and say, "Oh, that's broke." And it's like, yeah, but it's still a nice little quartz. This one's really nice and clear. That's what I like about it. Getting a nice clear quartz, I feel like, has a little more oomph to it and power than the cloudier ones. Of course, nowadays they're selling everything. Oh, quartz with inclusions. 10 years ago, quartz with inclusions was essentially crap quartz, D grade, because it had so much other stuff in there it wasn't worth selling. Now, oh, it's a thing. And it's like, no, it's not. No, it's not. Now, if you get quartz with lithium, or you get quartz with tourmaline or rutils, they're specialties. They have specific energies I can feel. The quartz with inclusions, I just feel like the inclusions are blocking the energy and the flow of the electricity in the quartz. I prefer a clear quartz, or at least something modestly. It might have its own natural fillers in there, veils and stuff. I won't get into it. I get angry every time they come out with some new thing that I know they're just taking it off the slag heap and giving it a name and marketing it. It's like, go away. Just go away. Another stone that might be useful to you for blue stones. Well, this is sort of on the cusp here. Amazonite. I love Amazonite. Amazonite. And this one here, I think is my Aquamarine. I can't see it real close. Aquamarine or blue lace agate. Aquamarine especially is supposed to be good for allergies. For the last 3 days, I have been waking up, my eyes have been watery. I've been sneezing, my nose is running all day, and I'm not the kind of person that usually has allergies. I have a little bit in the spring and in the fall, but then, after a week they go away. Well, this has been annoying me all week long, and I don't have any allergy medicine here because I don't have that problem as a rule. So I found this. I thought, oh, there it is, my Aquamarine. I'm going to wear that for the next day or two and see if that doesn't make it all go away soon. It's driving me nuts. Anyhow, Aquamarine also has a good feeling and a calming feeling and a cooling feeling like the Celestite and the other blue stones, blue lace agate, Amazonite. I love the Amazonite because I use it for my wrist, for my carpal tunnel or arthritis, whatever it is, for typing, repetitive stress injuries. When you have things that are caused by inflammations, the blue and the green stones, especially the blue, I feel more, but that could just be me, or these aqua colored ones that are sort of a bluish green or a greenish blue, however you want to look at them. They help quell the inflammations. They help tamper down the heat. Therefore, that helps with the swelling, which in turn helps with the pain, alleviates it, makes it go away. Blue lace agate, Angelite, another good stone for meditation as well, and the crown chakra because it sort of works on that area too. Any of the blue stones, I have a particular fondness for Lapis Lazuli and Sodalite. Now they're deeper blues and darker blues, but they too are good for speech. They're good for public speakers. They're good for teaching. They're good for people who do a lot of talking, salesmen for that matter, to help them, spin their little web. I should talk. I'm in sales. Anyway, the blue stones do work well with things coming and problems in the throat chakra area. And the sodalite is also good for inspiration and creativity, they say. And I feel like the lapis has a touch of that too. The lapis are different. They look so much alike. The one usually is a little bit different shade of blue, and the one has more gray and the other one has more white. The sodalite should be blues and whites, but they'll have grays in there too as the color because of the different mineral contents. The lapis has a sparkly, good lapis, the better grade, it has sparkles. It's got like little flecks of mica or something in there. I forget what it is. But that's how you can tell the difference when you see those little teeny mini flecks inside that blue. Then you know you've got lapis as opposed to sodalite. But they both work about the same. The lapis costs a lot more than the sodalite does, but it's been used, I think, longer throughout history as a jewelry. And, I think they used it for eye makeup back in ancient Egypt. They powder these things to get the color. And it is a beautiful blue. And Edgar Cayce, if you know anything about him, he was always recommending lapis lazuli. Um, those are deep blue stones. Now, they're not going to do everything for everybody, but maybe try one of them and see if they work for you better. I found the light blue stones actually work better for me, but I still like lapis just because it makes me happy. Oh, yes. And here, Aqua Aura. I've got it. This is a quartz that they put a thin layer, like a vapor layer, micro thin layer of gold over top of it. They bond it to the quartz and it becomes Aqua Aura, which I am also having trouble getting anymore. The Aqua Auras, I got it in one of those old cages that wear around my neck. As you can see, what they used to do is they were taking the nice clear quartzes and doing it. Now they're taking any quartz and doing it. But the color is beautiful and it just gives a little extra energy because that gold gives it that little extra sunshine, that little extra happy feel, that little extra, let's say, feeling of abundance and prosperity. Aqua Aura quartz is good for all the chakras just as well as regular quartz is, but it also, because it's coming off with that bluish green, it'll work down in this area. You're going to find most of your white stones will work on all the chakras. They just use them as a purification and a cleansing thing. Sheba, sweetie, now my cat's going to join us. No, you can't play with this. Honey, I love you. I love you. See how beautiful my baby girl is? Some days she loves me more than others, and right now she's in her mode. Let me put my thing back. Now, the white stones, purple stones like amethyst. People swear by amethyst for headaches. I've tried them, don't work for me. The white stones are better in Motrin. But purple's always been a favorite color for a lot of people. And amethyst is a very popular stone that a lot of people really enjoy and do feel benefit from. Amethyst not only works on your crown and third eye chakra, like it's great for meditations and for lifting your spirit. It's also a protective stone in nature. Now, amethyst is nothing more than a quartz, but due to the mineral content, I think it's iron, I won't swear to it, and it's the heat or it's the pressure in the earth when it was formed, makes it, baby doll, um, turns it to that color purple. The only problem with amethyst, you'll find that if you leave it out in the sun on a sunny window too long, it's going to fade in time because the sun will bleach out that coloration. Amethysts are very soothing, especially for some people. They feel calmness when they have amethyst. They feel an inner strength. And what it does is it helps to open up your spidey senses, your psychic senses, your third eye. It helps to clarify your thoughts and open your mind to other realms and other ways and means of life. It can help you with your spiritual connections and your prayers and meditations. Like I said, it's just a very popular stone. And another purple one, there aren't too many of them. The Iolite, sort of a, oh, I don't even know what color. Maybe that's the indigo. I haven't really worked with the Iolite too often. Some people swear by it. And the Charoite, that's one of those stones that comes, it's got purple and black mixed. We don't often have that because that's more rare, harder to get, and of course pricier. But a lot of people, I think that's one of those things that comes from Russia too. It has a particular strength with the purple, with the third eye. There's supposed to be all these things with the third eye and the crown chakra, opening you up to more higher levels of being, ethereal realms and stuff. And the Charoite's supposed to be really strong with that. We may have some in stock right now. I'm not quite sure. I have to go back and look. Sometimes we only get a pound or two in, and it goes in a week, and it's like, then it takes me a month and a half to get it again. Right now, we're having a lot of problems with the supply chain. You know how they're talking about all that on TV? What that means is, for our industry, half the mines in the world, I think, must be shut down or working at part staff. And the ones that are working aren't getting out producing what they used to produce. And you got to realize a lot of these crystals and stones have only started being mined because crystals became popular. They were mining for metals. They're mining for tin. They're mining for aluminum. They're mining for gold and silver and copper. And these crystals are the stones. The crystal formations are what props up in these metal veins, and around the metal veins, that's why you find the amethyst and this and that. Certain stones grow more so in certain areas and were formed in certain areas. It was because of the mineral content of the ground. When the miners are in there looking for those metals, that's when they come across the stones. And through the years, of course, jewelry, blah blah blah, until we started using them for other things. Now, of course, it's like, oh, let's get all of that out too. But they're having trouble. So, between the mines being half closed, the workers being sick, then if they get it to the docks, they're having trouble finding cargo containers to put them in, to find the ships to put them on, and then the ships are sitting at docks for a month at a time because they can't get into customs because there aren't enough dock workers there to run them through the system. It's been a nightmare. I order as much as I can whenever I see something. It's like every time I turn around, there's a shortage of this or a shortage of that. Bloodstone. Used to be bloodstone was everywhere. Cheap. I sold it for $1. Not anymore. And the bloodstone I'm getting doesn't have blood on it. It's mostly dark green. And if I do get it, it looks like jasper. It's like a mix of red and green. It used to be that perfect bloodstone you always saw in the pictures. The green stone with little red dots that were supposed to be the drug, symbolic of the blood of Christ dropping down to the ground, and that's what colored the stones. And they're jasper. I think it's the different ores. But what we're getting now isn't what we used to get, and that goes with a lot of the stones out there. Anyway, I'm going to get off that soapbox to get back onto the white, the blues, the purples, indigos. These are all stones that you can use around your head, throat area, this area here, when you're doing chakras. Think of when you have a problem in a certain area, think of the chakra that rules that area. And if you got my book, go to the back and it'll show you a listing of different stones that you can utilize as suggestions. Try them, see if they work for you. And if not, move on to the next one. Starting with the whites and the purples up here to the indigos. They could be up here too, because some of the charts say that. I'm more of a clear and white and purple. And then the blues, down to the throat in the blues. And the blues can range from Angelite blue, which is sort of a Wedgwood blue, to Amazonite, which is sort of a green blue. Depends on what you want to look at it. Blue lace agate, nice plain blues, and dorsodolites and Lapis Lazuli, the deep blues. These are the colors that are going to work for the problems that are in the top part of your body. And next time we talk about crystals, we'll go down to the heart and the stomach and the guts, and we'll do the middle section of your body. How's that? Until we meet again, hopefully soon, maybe a week, maybe 2. Depends on what's happening. Take care, stay safe. And thank you for joining me here at CW Shop Talk.